Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. The Miami Dolphins are currently facing a crisis within their roster that has sent shockwaves throughout the NFL. Tyreek Hill, one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the league, recently dropped a bombshell regarding his future with the team. In a candid interview, Hill revealed that he will no longer be playing alongside Jaylen Waddle. This unexpected announcement has left Dolphins fans, analysts, and team executives scrambling to understand the reasoning behind this dramatic decision. Hill's explosive speed and ability to change the game have made him a cornerstone of the Seattle Dolphins offensive unit, and his partnership with Waddle was widely regarded as one of the most lethal in the NFL. So what led to this rift between two of the team's top stars? Is there more to this story than just a simple roster change? Hill's revelation has raised several eyebrows, not just because of the timing, but also due to the close connection between him and Waddle. The two had developed an exceptional chemistry on the field, consistently making game-changing plays. That left defenders in their wake. For fans, the thought of seeing Hill and Waddle no longer lining up together seems almost unimaginable. The Dolphins' offensive strategy, which had heavily relied on the deep ball threat of both receivers, now faces an uncertain future. Hill's decision to go public with the news suggests that there might be underlying tensions within the locker room that have yet to be fully revealed. Could this be a result of personal differences, a contract dispute, or perhaps a deeper issue with team management? The timing of Hill's statement is also noteworthy. As the Dolphins gear up for the upcoming season, this news comes at a time when they were hoping to build on last year's strong performance. The Dolphins had made significant strides in recent seasons with a promising roster led by their dynamic receiving duo. Losing one of those key pieces, especially in such a public manner, could have a destabilizing effect on the team's morale. It's not just the fans who are concerned. Players and coaches are undoubtedly wondering how this announcement will affect the locker room dynamics and the team's overall chemistry heading into the new season. While Hill's reasons for parting ways with Waddle remain unclear, there's no denying the impact this decision will have on the Dolphins' offense. Without the explosive duo of Hill and Waddle, the team will have to find new ways to generate the same level of playmaking ability. The Dolphins' offensive coordinator and coaching staff will likely need to adjust their game plan, possibly relying more heavily on their running game or looking to other receivers to step up and fill the void. The pressure is now on the team to not only fill the gap left by Hill, but also to maintain their offensive identity in the face of this sudden shift. For Waddle, this development marks a new chapter in his career, as he will now have to carry the weight of being the primary receiving threat for the Dolphins. The young star has proven to be a capable playmaker, but the absence of Hill's veteran presence on the field will undoubtedly alter the dynamics of the offense. Waddle's ability to thrive without Hill will be closely scrutinized by fans and analysts alike. The pressure on him to continue performing at a high level, now as the focal point of the passing game, will be immense. It remains to be seen how he will handle this increased responsibility, especially with the added weight of the team's expectations on his shoulders. The Dolphins' front office is now faced with a tough decision: how to move forward without Hill and adjust their roster accordingly. It's clear that they will need to make some changes in order to stay competitive in the highly competitive AFC East. Will the team pursue a trade or look for a free agent acquisition to fill the gap? Or will they rely on their existing players to step up and take on a larger role in the offense? The front office's handling of this situation could be critical in determining whether the Dolphins can continue to contend for a playoff spot, or if they will be forced to rebuild their offense from scratch. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? One of the key questions on everyone's mind is whether Hill's departure is related to any internal issues within the Dolphins organization. Could there be a disconnect between Hill and the coaching staff, or perhaps even a clash of personalities between him and other teammates? Hill is known for his outspoken personality, and it's possible that his relationship with the team had begun to deteriorate. If there are deeper issues at play, it could create a ripple effect throughout the entire franchise. The Dolphins may need to do some serious soul searching to figure out if this split is indicative of larger problems that could impact the team's future success. Despite the uncertainty surrounding the team, the Dolphins still have a talented roster that could potentially weather this storm. They have a strong offensive line, capable quarterbacks, and an emerging group of talented young receivers who could help fill the void left by Hill's departure. But it's clear that the team will need to regroup quickly in order to avoid any further disruptions to their season. The Dolphins will also need to address any lingering issues within the locker room to ensure that this situation doesn't escalate into something larger. With Hill and Waddle no longer a part of the equation, the team will have to find new ways to stay competitive and continue to push forward. As for Tyreek Hill, this may signal a new chapter in his career. Whether he chooses to remain with the Dolphins or pursue a different path altogether, his future in Miami remains uncertain, but it's clear that his influence on the field will be missed. Hill's departure could also have ripple effects throughout the league, as teams will now be looking to fill the void left by one of the most dynamic playmakers in the game. His decision to no longer play alongside Waddle marks the end of a significant era for the Dolphins, and it will be interesting to see how both players and the team adjust to this seismic shift in the roster. In the end, this crisis could prove to be a defining moment for the Miami Dolphins. How the team handles the loss of Tyreek Hill and how Jaylen Waddle responds to his new role as the primary receiver will determine whether the Dolphins can continue their rise in the AFC or if they'll fall back into mediocrity. So the coming months will be crucial in shaping the future of the franchise, and fans will be eagerly watching to see how the team navigates this unexpected turn of events. With the spotlight now firmly on the Dolphins, the pressure is on for them to make the right decisions and turn this crisis into an opportunity for growth. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow. Dolphins fan, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up!